Well, hey there, everybody! Welcome to Will's World. My name is Will, and this is my world. You might notice there's something just a little bit different right now. Oh my goodness, look at that sun. Oh! So I went ahead and I installed a shader pack. I want to give you guys in this episode a quick little world tour with shaders just to kind of walk around and see what things look like in this beautiful version of the game. I'm currently running, I think it's Sildur's shader pack. Probably pronouncing that incorrectly, but that's just fine because everything looks amazing and I love it. The water especially is incredible. But we're just going to take a really quick world tour because in today's episode we're going to finish off that massive building you see in the background there. That is the Libra-thedral. That's right, it's the library that we've been working on in the last episode. I finished up the exterior. All we have left to do is put some insides in it and get some villagers in there because we are going to have all the librarians and all of the enchanting books and it's going to be great. But before we get to that, let's go ahead and dive right into this mini world tour with the shader pack on. Here we go. There's some grass and a pig in a boat. This pond back here, I haven't really showcased this at all, but this is the pond that's behind the fishing shack, and I just went through and I didn't mess with the ground at all. I might change it out later, but I kind of like it messy, to be honest. And I went in and I threw some kelp down and some seagrass, and there are lily pads floating on the water, and it's a lovely little feature right behind the fishing shack, I think. I think it just makes things, it especially makes this fishing shack here look all the more real. If we run around over here, he's got this lovely back pier, dock, balcony, whatever you want to call it, jutting off the back of his house right onto this beautiful pond. And there are pumpkins surrounding it because this is my noob pumpkin farm. If we head over here, oh, I gotta stop and just say how much I love the lanterns and how awesome they look. But if we stop right here, you'll see this is, again, our welcome center. I cleared all the villagers out, and I put this extra fence gate here to keep them out, because this place was getting way overpopulated. Not much has changed. We still have to do a lot more exploring, so look for more exploring episodes in the near-ish future. But this is our points of interest wall. This is where we are going to post cool things that we find throughout the world. We'll post their names and their coordinates and put them up on the wall for everybody to see. We've got beds and storage. If more people eventually decide to join the server, they've got somewhere to go, somewhere to sleep, and somewhere to stay safe in those long, dark, terrifying nights. If we continue on, oh, look how cool that is. Look at that. Oh, the Libra-thedral is looking spectacular, if I do say so myself. I finished the details on the outside, and since we're here anyway, we might as well just take in a good, long look. I actually did end up putting windows in the towers. The way that the spiral staircase went, it just worked. It lent itself to throwing in a couple of, dying on a berry bush again. Sorry about that. It lent itself to putting in these really neat-looking windows there. And a little bit of detailing on the sides there with the new stone brick wall blocks. I think it just works. I think it just works really well. Threw some crenellations on the top of the towers, and it is cutting an imposing figure in this lovely Minecraft village. Look at that. How cool is that? So if we go ahead and run this way, I went crazy with the bone meal, and I planted some more spruce trees to make this place feel that much more alive. But again, I've continued the pattern around the towers, finished off the roof. I ended up going with this iron bar and stone brick wall kind of thing going around the outside, which I've seen in real life churches, so I think it worked out really, really well. And it just, there was always something missing with this roof, and I think that was it. So I've hung lanterns all around the outside of the Libra-thedral. Again, we've got tons of vegetation back here. Eventually, I do want to get rid of all this torch spam. That will happen for sure. Coming around back, we've got the giant window in the back. I kind of got some lanterns hanging down there to provide some neat light. And it's all well lit up and it looks amazing. And I know you can see it. We do have a beacon coming up through the library now, like we said we would, so that's super cool. I'll go ahead and take you inside real quick so you can see what we have to do for this episode. We have to do a lot. There's nothing in here. It's just one big open room with a beam coming up through the bottom. And by the way, this thing is a haste tube beacon. We spent so much time mining up iron, it's insane. But yeah, haste tube beacon. I know it's like, unless I build a mine directly under the church, it's not going to do me any good. I just like the idea of having this beam of light shoot up through the church, or Libra-thedral, as you will. Anyway, let's get out of here so we can finish this quick little world tour and then get into what we're doing this episode. Again, I've got my little farmhouse here, and my carrot farm, and my villagers, they're breeding, albeit a lot slower than they were before. And then I went ahead and basically, I had my little farm here, but then I figured, why do all the work myself when I could just build another little farmhouse and move some villagers into it? And so they've been breeding as well. That second floor is a whole bunch of bunk beds. The interior of this house is very much just practical. Let's go ahead and take a look. I'll show you what I mean. The outside, I think, is quaint and adorable, and I love it. I love the roof and the little dormer up there, and just all the flowers all around it. But if we go inside, you'll see I've got 2 beds down here with some chests, and if we go upstairs, it's just bunk beds all around. And the whole idea here is that the number of beds dictates the number of villagers, so I'm hoping these guys will just keep breeding and provide me with the villagers I need to populate the Libra-thedral. Moving along, you've seen this stuff before, but now you're seeing it with shaders. We've got our cow farm and our sheep farm. I changed the chicken farm just a little bit. I just moved it back one and made it 1 block. Reason being, I was thinking about that blaze farm and how we could make it more efficient while not crashing the server. So all I did was I changed the entity cap to 50. 50 is okay. And the Blaze Farm I moved to a 3-wide platform, so that's 150 blazes at a time. It's doing splendidly. And it's not crashing the server, having 50 chickens crammed into that little zone there. We are, of course, doing splendidly on chicken. You see that, and then I've got so much more in the storage room in the house. Let's continue on so you get an idea for the rest of the video, or rest of the village rather. Pest's Castle in the Sky is definitely coming along and looking amazing up there, especially with the shaders on and the clouds and the stars and the glowing. It's so cool. But anyway, we've been inside my house. We're gonna skip that. Excuse me. Carrying on, we of course have the cartography house, which is one of my bigger builds. Oh gosh. Look at the rays coming through there. Actually, this window faces that way. Oh my goodness, look at that sunset. Look at that sunset through that window. How amazing is that? Oh, that is so cool. That might be... Oh, I missed it. I'll have to come back and get it. But as you can see, here we've got the maps, and they are looking so much cooler with the Libra-thedral now in that corner there. I went ahead and just did two of the same maps for right now. I think what I might do is finish out the map and do one side as it is currently and do the other where I just move this over one and get the leftmost side of the map. And I think that'll be a really cool look. Let's head out of the cartographer's house. And here's something new. So, this guy kept dying. Or disappearing, rather. Oh, and that looks beautiful, too. The shepherd kept disappearing on me, and I couldn't figure out why. So I have one theory, and my theory is that for it to be an actual Minecraft house, it still needs a door for a villager to recognize it as a house. Myth busted. My villager is gone. I don't know why. I cannot keep a villager in this house. I am seriously interested to hear anyone's ideas about why I cannot keep a villager in this house. Maybe if I put a bed down here on the first floor so he knows where it is. I don't know what's happening. I drag a villager into that house, he turns into a shepherd, I trade with him, I lock his trades, and then he disappears. Is the archer still in the archer's house? Of course he is. Look at him. He's right there. The Fletcher is right there, standing on the table like he always does. You need to go to bed, bro. What are you stuck on the... I think he was stuck on the fence. There he goes. Alright, so coming on out, that's the archer's house, obviously, the Fletcher. If we continue around the path this way, watching out for mobs, we have our sugarcane farm, the tallest building, still. It might just be the tallest building. Of course, BT's Tower of Doom over there looks even more doomy with the shaders on and the glorious, glorious fire burning all around it. That's really creepy and awesome. Continuing around the path, of course, we have our lovely blacksmith down here, which is still functioning just perfectly. Oh, hi. Little glitchy there. Okay, that's cool. You're still dead. Anyway, working beautifully. I've got two villagers in there. They are both toolsmiths, and it's working out great. We do still have these two Minecraft houses, which I may or may not leave. I'm not sure. Leave a comment. Should I leave a couple just plain Jane Minecraft houses in the village? Just to kind of remind people that this was indeed a Minecraft village? Let me know. It could be neat, or I could transform those. I still need all the different professions, the mason and all of those guys. If we head out back here, all we have left is the bridge to nowhere, the bridge to the nether portal. I love the way the torches look. I love the way the water looks. I love the way everything here looks. As a matter of fact, I think those are a couple of screenshots right there. But, guys, as we stand out here on this bridge in the middle of the ocean, this intro has been very, very long, and we have work to do. And that work is to finish out the interior of the Libra-thedral and populate it with villagers. So, with that being said, let me get to work, and I will be back in a flash. Okay, guys, I am back. I've got my handy-dandy chest sitting outside the Libra-thedral here. Got some materials that I might need. Started to kind of just lay out the inside of this Libra-thedral. I think it's going to be super cool to have an enchanting station right back here. You can see I've kind of got it already marked out, and I think it just makes the most sense to have it in that awesome awesome little half circle spot there. Each of these here on the side is representing what will be bookshelves. And we're going to have one long bookshelf right here down the middle of the aisle, which I think will look really, really snazzy. One of the things I want to do in here, because lighting is going to be important, one of the things I want to do is hide some lighting in the bookshelves. And I've done this before in another series, but I thought I'd just go ahead and show you this kind of neat little trick right off the bat here. So what we're going to do is each of these shelves, the books are going to sit one block high, and I'm going to throw down some glowstone in the middle here and cover that up with the trapdoors. But as you can see, the light shines through the trapdoors. So we've got some really nice hidden lighting under our bookshelves, and we don't have to have torch spam all over the darn place. One of the other things I want to do with this building is put a second story in it. I want to be able to get a lot of villagers in here. I want to be able to keep them in here. And I'm thinking a second story might just be the way to do it. So let me get back to work and get some of this, at least this ground floor, sorted out. And I will be back in a flash. Alright guys, I am back, and I've got the interior finished. So let's go ahead and check this out. I went with a very green theme here, with the green carpet and everything, but I think it worked out really nicely. And I like these double tall bookshelves all along the sides and down the middle here. Again, we're hiding glowstone behind these little trapdoors. I think it makes the, for one thing, the trapdoors give the bookshelf some depth, uh, and for another, I don't have to worry about this place not being lit up, because it is lit up like crazy. If we continue on back here, I've got this lovely platform and an enchanting table right here in the big window section. And the library has a cat, apparently. Hello, kitty. Every little alcove has one of these lecterns. So once I get some villagers in here, I'm very hopeful that we're going to have a lot of librarians. I've got storage space in each of the little alcoves for books and whatnot, and I think it's looking pretty darn snazzy. I still like the giant green beam of light shooting up through the floor and out through the roof there. I think that's a really neat look. Kind of gives this place a mystical feel. If we head up, I did actually end up adding a second floor, basically where the villagers can go to sleep and whatnot. And also, for practicality's sake, oh, yeah, can totally get out on this balcony now, which is, it provides a pretty awesome view, I think. So, totally cool. Put some doors in here to get up to the second floor. And the second floor is all done with these fence gates, because villagers cannot open them. So the idea is I'm actually going to trap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 villagers up here on this second floor. They will not be able to leave, but they do have beds and they all have workstations. So hopefully what this means once I get villagers up here is that they will all turn into librarians, and we can trade with them and make sure that they have the best trades available. And I think it's going to be really cool, and I think, like, this upstairs isn't much to look at, but it's practical and it doesn't look bad. I like the stone beams coming through the walls there. I think that's pretty neat. I like having a balcony for one thing, also cool, that you can see from below as well. I think this build actually turned out pretty darn nice. This is one of those windows in the towers, by the way. It just happened to line up perfectly, so huzzah. This one didn't line up as well, but I think it still works. I think it still works. Heading on down. Go on, kitty, get out of there. Close the door there. So yeah, I think this is a pretty darn successful build here. I really, really like it. The next step, of course, is going to be getting all the villagers in here. So I'm going to start cleaning up my little crafting station outside, and we'll get ready to start transporting villagers from the farm. Oh, look, they have a baby. Excellent. Excellent. So yeah, let me get this cleaned up, and I will be back in a flash. Yep, there he goes. There he goes. Go on. There he goes. Excellent. Alright. Let's see. How am I going to trap myself in here with him? It's okay. I've done this before. We can do this. There we go. There we go. That's right. Get in there and join your buddies. We can tear down this nastiness finally. I think I've finally got enough in there to be satisfied. Knock that down so they don't... What? No! No! I forgot to shut the... Oh my god. Okay, well, we'll catch you later, I guess. Gosh darn it. But, as you can see, we've got librarians. They're all over the place. They're turning pages. They're doing their stuff. Oh yeah, this is gonna be epic. And I've got all 6 trapped upstairs already. Those were so much harder to get up there, but they are up there now, as you can plainly see. We've got 2 out in here, and then we've got 1 in each of these rooms. That guy decided to hide, I guess. That's fine. You can hide there. Yeah. So this is going to work out just great. And by the way, I think I may have figured out what the issue is with the disappearing villagers, or at least a way to stop it anyway. Name tags. I hadn't even thought about that, but name tags. So I'm going to try to capture another villager inside the shepherd's hut, turn him into a shepherd, and then name him, and then maybe that will finally prevent him from despawning on me. But, guys, having looked at the time, we are out of it. We are completely out of it, but we got a lot done in today's episode, and the Libra-thedral is up and running. Sure, there are some minor things that I can do, and I will, but for the most part, this is done. We're done with it. 1 mega build down. So now I just need to figure out, what else I want to build in this village. But we're making some awesome progress, and it's been a lot of fun, and I hope you've enjoyed. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, you know what to do. Hit that like button. If you really liked it, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell for the notifications. But most importantly, be excellent to each other. I've been Will, this has been Will's World, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye, guys. Bye!